Hey everyone, I'm back, and I just finished watching Wednesday Season 2. So let's get into what I thought about it. First of all, I thought there were too many subplots going on. There was just too much to follow, and I felt like Wednesday's journey wasn't the main focal point. There was so much time wasted on other subplots like Bianca and her mom and Principal Dort's whole situation. That didn't really offer much to the storyline. And also Enid and her love triangle. I mean, that was really pointless because I wanted to see more of Enid's character development without these two guys. We just saw her love triangle, and then coming down to the end, it was like she might be an alpha now. I don't know, it could have been so much better. I mean, in the end, her being an alpha kind of worked because it showed how big of a sacrifice she did make to save Wednesday. And this can be built on in season 3 because up to the end of season 2 she hasn't changed back. But I think that they did Enid kind of dirty in this one, because why was she just so boy obsessed? And she barely had many interactions with Wednesday. It just seemed like her life was very separated, and I understand Wednesday didn't want her to know about the vision that she saw, but I mean, they could have still incorporated her a little bit better than that. And she's such a great actress. Like, I feel like they could have developed her character much better, and they could have shown her in the show in different ways. They just showed her as this like boy crazy wolf who also did not wolf out at all in the season until the end, and then discovered that she might be an alpha. It didn't make much sense. Also, the only person who saw that she might be an alpha was Miss Capri. I don't even trust Miss Capri, so I'm not sure if Enid is actually an alpha. Also, I don't know why Tyler was such a big character in this season. Like, I kind of thought we were done with Tyler after he got locked away. I mean, he might have an important role in season 3, but I'm kind of getting tired of seeing him and seeing this whole idea that Wednesday has a soft spot for him, like she didn't actually kill him when she had the opportunity to. That doesn't really seem to fit Wednesday's character. But the whole plot of Tyler being this helpless Hyde in need of a new master, and like they keep setting it up for some potential for him to change, and I don't really even care to see that. But the only reason I can see why they would have him so much in season 2 is if they're going to build on that. And don't even get me started on Francoise and Isaac, because their whole relationship was just too weird.
There's so many levels of ew in that statement, and I don't even know where to begin.
I understand the connection between them and Morticia and Gomez, but Tyler still didn't really need to be that focal point. Like, Wednesday not wanting to kill him in the end and having that soft spot for him, that might be the reason that he ends up returning in season 3 and might still not have good intentions. So that weakness of hers might keep him alive and might have him be a danger to them still, but that just seems so out of character for her, because she wouldn't be like that. She would have turned against him and stayed that way and stayed cold towards him. The fact that she has this soft spot, I think that's a flaw in her character development. And I don't think that they wrapped up the Raven and the Avian plotline properly. I have so many suspicions about Miss Capri. Why was she running up the stairs when they spotted the Avian? And why was she out of breath when she reached in the music room again? I feel like she was connected to this Avian in some way, or at least helping them. And then we have this whole connection to Morticia's sister Ophelia, which I don't understand either. It's just too much going on. There are too many subplots going on, and I don't know how they're gonna tie all of this up in season 3, and it's really annoying to have to wait like probably a couple more years to see how this plays out, but there was just too much going on. Also, why was Lady Gaga even in it? That was just some celebrity appearance bullshit. She added absolutely nothing to the story, to the plot at all. But something that I did like in this season is that Wednesday's visions were actually more suspenseful. The storyline connection to her visions and the suspense that was built up around it were much better. I feel like in season 1, her visions were pretty much resolved right after, like quickly after, but in season 2, we had to wait to see exactly how the vision played out and the consequences of it. And that's what kind of kept me hooked for season 2, because in the first and second episode I wasn't too hooked, but Wednesday's visions built that suspense for me. And I was really rooting for Wednesday, especially because we can see that her main motivation was saving Enid, and that did really strengthen her character development. I also liked the Addams Family connections, the fact that we got to see Morticia, Gomez, and Pugsley a lot more. Pugsley's pet ended up being Isaac, and Morticia and Gomez had this connection to Isaac from since they were in school with the whole lab incident. And so we get to dig into the family history and how this all ties into what Wednesday is experiencing now and the premonitions that she's having now. And Thing's character development was so on point. He basically saved the entire Addams family in the end, and that scene was just chef's kiss. I also like that they brought back Principal Weems. She was one of my favorite characters in season 1, and she actually helps the storyline develop as Wednesday's guiding spirit. And she's actually related to Wednesday, which we discover in this season, so that's really cool too. And I also liked Steve Buscemi as the new principal at Nevermore, Principal Dort. He fit that role so well, and even though he was one of the antagonists within that unnecessary plot with Bianca and her mom, I still enjoyed seeing his character. But yeah, I mean, compared to season 1, I don't think that it was as good, but after like episode 2, I was hooked, and I am still interested to see what happens in season 3. But I felt like they put a lot more effort into the actual show in season 1, and they put more effort into the marketing in season 2, and this whole bringing in Lady Gaga into the show and the Wendy's meal. I don't know. It was a bit much considering that the show was a little bit overhyped. Anyways, that's just my opinion. But let me know what you guys think if you watched Wednesday season 2 in the comments. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.